What is the origin of the massive Stephen King and Elon Musk Twitter feud? The legendary horror novelist has proved himself to be one of Elon Musk's harshest critics after he took over Twitter in October. Since then, many celebrities have scrutinized Musk, but none more than Stephen King. He wrote, "I think Elon Musk is a visionary. Almost single-handedly, he's changed the way Americans think about automobiles. I have a Tesla and I love it. That said, he's been a terrible fit for Twitter. He appears to be making it up as he goes along." In response, Musk wrote, "Suggestions are welcome, Mr. King," using a crown emoji in place of his last name. Then when another user suggested that King should be invited to Twitter's headquarters in San Francisco for a face-to-face conversation, a tweet to which Musk agreed and said he is invited. But these two have actually been feuding for quite a while now. A few days after the acquisition was finished, the author wrote, "I think I liked Twitter better in the pre-Musk days. Less controversy, more fun." Musk didn't seem to mind this too much though and responded with a ghost emoji saying, "I'm still a fan of you, TBH." Although King didn't reply to Musk, he did offer a follow-up tweet saying, "Be aware that I never said Musk created Tesla. He didn't. He just made it a success. Against long odds. If you really want to understand how amazing that was, look at DeLorean. But Twitter ain't cars and Twitter ain't rockets." Although in return, Musk simply offered more praise. He said, "Stephen King is one of the most creative people on earth. While I may not agree with everything he says, I do actually want to hear it." So it seems like he's the only one who wants to keep the peace. Last week, the author also predicted that multiple companies would pause their spending on the platform. He said, "Pretty soon the only advertiser left on Twitter will be my pillow." Musk saw the tweet and replied, "Oh, hi, lol." At this point he was trolling because in a follow-up tweet he said, "Curious about the quality of my pillow," and he asked if it was actually a great pillow. Clearly not finished with the topic, he wrote, "Headline, Stephen King tweet causes my pillow sales to skyrocket." But King didn't interact with any of his tweets after that initial message, so he obviously didn't want to engage with any of his antics any further. Back in October, he was also one of the first celebrities to call out the Twitter Blue subscription service. He wrote, "$20 a month to keep my blue check, F that, they should pay me. If that gets instituted, I'm gone like Enron." What he's talking about is the fact that Musk planned to charge those that wanted to have a blue check next to their name, which basically means that you're verified and you are who you say you are. Musk then responded saying, "We need to pay the bill somehow. Twitter cannot rely entirely on advertisers. How about $8? To which King said, "It ain't about the money, it's the principle of the thing." And it turns out a lot of people felt the same way. Having a blue check mark next to your name is something of a status symbol for public figures, because there are a lot of people looking to impersonate the rich and famous online. So for them, verification is everything. If someone could just buy it for $20 or $8 a month, it would lose all of its value. So in an effort to make Twitter Blue subscriptions a significant source of revenue, Musk opened up Twitter's blue checks to anyone that was willing to pay for them. But it turns out this was an absolute train wreck of an idea, because it didn't take long for users to take advantage of the new system. In the hours after the blue checks were put up for sale, the platform was flooded with all kinds of verified impersonators, from Jesus to a fake LeBron James, announcing that he wanted to be traded away from the Lakers. Big brands were also hit, as a fake Nintendo account tweeted a picture of Mario flipping the bird. Pharmaceutical company Eli Lilly began tweeting fake messages about free insulin, and a fake Pepsi account started tweeting about the superiority of Coca-Cola. Another account even pretended to be Tesla and bragged about using child labor. Most of the impersonators were removed, although some of them actually stayed up for a few hours. Then, in an apparent attempt to prevent this from ever happening again, Twitter temporarily restricted blue subscriptions, and only kept the ones that were created before November the 9th. But clearly that rule didn't do enough, because it's easy to get around, seeing as established accounts can still be bought. Then of course there is the issue of hate speech. Twitter users were shocked when Musk organized a poll to determine whether or not people wish to see Donald Trump's account reinstated. Slightly over 15 million Twitter users voted in the poll, with 51.8% voting in favor of reinstatement. Musk then tweeted the results and said, "The people have spoken. Trump will be reinstated." For his part, the former president appeared less than excited over the news and said that he doesn't see any reason to return to the platform. If you didn't know, Trump's account was taken down after the Capitol riots in January, as he was alleged to have taken part in inciting the violence. So basically, people saw the reinstatement of his account as a sign that Musk planned to be more relaxed when it comes to moderating hate speech. Unfortunately, that idea is not entirely wrong. A new study conducted by Montclair University has revealed a spike in hate speech on Twitter since his takeover. The study tracked how often homophobic, anti-Semitic, and racial hate-driven terms were used, and researchers found that about 398 tweets an hour were made in the 12 hours after the acquisition was finalized, a number that nearly quadrupled from the 84 tweets an hour in the week leading up to the takeover. So why is this happening? Well, since taking charge, Musk has more than than half the workforce at Twitter and severely cut down the company's trust and safety team, which is responsible for preventing the spread of misinformation and harmful content. In response to the widespread panic, tech billionaire has reassured users and advertisers that he will be setting up what he calls a content moderation council that's composed of people with widely diverse viewpoints. He also said Twitter would not reinstate any banned users until there was a clear process for doing so. All in all, Musk knows that he needs to start actively cracking down on hate speech if he wants to avoid alienating both users and advertisers. So what do you think about this latest story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video. What he's really talking about is the fact that What he was talking about was the fact that Musk What he's talking about is the fact that Musk planned to charge those that have a blue What he's talking about is the fact that Musk planned to charge What he's talking about is the fact that Musk planned to charge those that have What he's talking about is the fact that Musk planned to charge those The legendary horror novelist have proved since Unfortunately,